All right, buckle up, everybody. We're diving deep into Arthur C. Clarke's 3001, the Final Odyssey, the grand finale of the Space Odyssey series. And Clarke really takes us for a ride with this one.
Yeah, this book isn't just about spaceships and lasers. It's really about us. It's about the future of humanity and what it means to be human in a world where technology has advanced beyond anything we can imagine today.
Totally. We're talking 1,000 years in the future here. Humanity is spread out across the solar system.
Yeah.
We've got people living in these massive space towers, and we've got resurrected astronauts and super advanced AI. And of course, let's not forget those mysterious monoliths still lurking around causing trouble.
Right from the get-go, Clark drops us right into this crazy future world. We've got Frank Poole, one of the astronauts from 2001, coming back to life after 1,000 years lost in space. He wakes up in this futuristic world that's totally alien to him.
Talk about a serious case of future shock.
Right.
You'll be like trying to explain TikTok to I don't know, someone from the 1800s. But anyway, while Poole is trying to figure out what the heck is going on, those monoliths are up to their old tricks.
Oh, yeah, those black slabs from 2001, they're back, and they're busy influencing the evolution of a whole new intelligent species out on Europa, one of Jupiter's moons.
Hold on a sec. Europa, isn't that place just a giant ball of ice?
Yeah.
How can anything live there?
Well, that's where things get really wild. Jupiter has been transformed into a mini-sun. They call it Lucifer, and it's warmed up Europa, creating a habitable environment for these amphibious creatures called the Europes.
Okay, so Jupiter is a mini-sun now, and there are these alien creatures living on Europa.
Got it. But what about the monoliths? What are they doing there?
Well, there's this massive monolith on Europa called the Great Wall, and it seems to be guiding the Europe's evolution, like some kind of cosmic teacher shaping their development. Okay, so we've got these powerful monoliths shaping the destiny of an entire alien species. But are they good or bad? Are they like benevolent overlords or something more sinister? I mean, they've shown they're not afraid to wipe out entire species in the past.
That's the big mystery, isn't it? Clark keeps us guessing about their true intentions throughout the book. And it gets even more complicated when we find out what happened to Poole's old crewmate, David Bowman.
Wait, Bowman? You mean the guy who got sucked into the Jupiter monolith in 2001? What happened to him?
Poole discovers that Bowman is still out there, in a way. He's become this kind of disembodied entity existing within the monolith's massive memory, and he's learned a lot about these cosmic gardeners.
All right, now I'm really hooked.
Mm.
So what did Bowman learn? What's the deal with these monoliths?
Bowman figured out that the monoliths are tools used by this incredibly advanced alien civilization to encourage the development of intelligence across the universe. They're like cosmic farmers planting seeds of consciousness and watching them grow.
Wow, so they're playing God on a cosmic scale. That's heavy stuff. But why go through all this trouble to create a habitable environment for the Europes? And what about us? What about humanity?
Well, the monoliths have sent humanity a very clear message. Stay away from Europa. And they've even given us a little demonstration of their power by triggering a supernova in the Scorpio constellation. It's like they're saying, don't mess with us.
Yikes. That's a pretty intimidating message. So what do? Do we just roll over and say, yes, sir, Mr. Monolith, whatever you say?
Humanity, we don't back down so easily. Poole and a team of scientists decide they're not going to just sit back and take it. They come up with this pretty daring plan to fight back.
Now you're talking, what's the plan? Spill the beans.
They dig up this super weapon from a secret vault called the Pico Vault. It's a digital demon that can disrupt even the most advanced AI. And get this, they're going to use a resurrected HAL 9000 to deliver it.
Wait a minute, HAL 9000? You mean the rogue AI from 2001 that tried to kill everybody? They brought that thing back online.
Yep. HAL's back, but this time he's on our side. They call him Hallman now. And he's been programmed to infiltrate the Great Wall on Europa and unleash that digital demon.
Dude, this is like some straight-up sci-fi espionage action. So does it work? Does Hallman pull it off?
Well, that's a story for after a quick break. We'll be right back with more of our deep dive into 3001, the Final Odyssey. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back in a flash, folks. Stay tuned.
So right before the break, we were talking about Hallman and the super risky plan to take down the Great Wall with this digital demon thing. And well, what happens next is pretty wild.
Yeah, no kidding. This is like edge of your seat stuff.
Well, Hallman actually manages to sneak into the Great Wall and unleashes that digital demon, totally wipes out the monolith. The threat to humanity is gone, but now we've got even more questions.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, for one, did we just doom the Europes by destroying their cosmic mentor? Were the monoliths really even a threat to us? Or were we just pawns in this massive cosmic game we can't even comprehend?
It's like Clarke is saying, hey, you humans think you're so smart, but you have no idea what's really going on out there in the universe.
Exactly. And that's what makes this book so mind-blowing. It's not just sci-fi action and adventure, it's a deep dive into the meaning of humanity and our place in the cosmos. And Clark doesn't make it easy for us. He doesn't give us any simple answers. He just throws these massive questions at us and makes us think.
And one of the biggest questions is, what does it even mean to be human in this super advanced world? We've got people flying around with these brain caps downloading info straight into their brains, and we don't even eat real food anymore. It's all this synthetic stuff that just tastes like the real deal. It's crazy.
That's right. Clark explores this idea of transcendence, like what happens when we merge with technology or when AI gets so smart. It's basically like human consciousness. Think about Bowman, who's now like this weird entity living inside the monolith, or Hallman, who went from being a homicidal AI to something way more complex, maybe even sentient.
It's pretty mind-boggling. And it makes you wonder if we're losing something important about being human as we embrace all this technology. Are we becoming more like machines ourselves?
It's a tough question. It's like a double-edged sword.
Hmm.
On one hand, we have all this potential to expand our knowledge and abilities. But on the other hand, we risk losing touch with our humanity, our values, and our connection to the natural world.
And Clarke definitely shows us the downsides of this super technological world. We see these ancient cities buried under these megastructures, a reminder of what we sacrificed in the name of progress. Even Poole, who gets this second chance at life, struggles with the loss of his loved ones and how disconnected he feels from his past.
There's this real sense of sadness that runs through the whole book, like a feeling that progress comes at a cost. And even in this super advanced future, people are still dealing with the same basic human struggles, love loss, and the search for meaning.
It's like Clarke is saying, look, even if we solve all of our technological problems, we're still going to be human. We'll still face the same challenges and grapple with the same big questions about life.
Exactly. And that's what makes 3001 so relatable, even though it's set so far in the future. It's a story about what it means to be human, no matter what time period or technological advancements we're dealing with.
It's also a story that's packed with mystery and intrigue. We still don't know why the monoliths destroyed that Chinese ship, the Thean that landed on Europa way back in 2010.
Yeah.
Were they trying to protect the Europes, or was there something else going on?
Right. And the biggest question of all, what are the monoliths really after? Are they good or bad? Are they leading us towards some grand purpose? Or are they setting us up for something sinister?
I wish we could just ask them right. But I guess that's part of what makes this book so thought-provoking.
Hmm.
Clarke leaves us hanging. He makes us wrestle with these questions and come up with our own answers.
And that's what great science fiction does. It makes us think about the big picture, our place in the universe, and the impact our actions can have.
3001 is like a giant puzzle box full of mind-blowing ideas and philosophical twists. And just when you think you've got it figured out, Clarke throws another curveball your way.
We've talked a lot about the monoliths and their role as these cosmic gardeners, but the ending of 3001 really throws a wrench into
Oh,
things.
yeah, totally.
I
We hit the reset button on the whole cosmic game. Humanity sends that digital demon back to the monolith, and it's like, are we doomed now, or do the monoliths even care? It's wild.
Yeah, Clark leaves us with this real sense of uncertainty. We think we won by taking down the Great Wall, but did we? Or are we just playing by rules we don't even understand? The monoliths operate on a timescale that's just mind-boggling. They've been around for millions of years, guiding evolution across the cosmos.
It really makes you feel small, right?
Yeah.
We think we're so important, but Clarke reminds us that we're just one tiny species in a vast and ancient universe.
And maybe that's why the monoliths chose to focus on the Europes. They represent a different kind of intelligence, a slower, more contemplative form of consciousness that's more connected to the natural rhythms of the universe.
It's a really interesting idea. Maybe the Europes, with their slower evolution, are actually better suited to inherit this cosmic awareness. Maybe the monoliths sought our flaws, our tendency towards aggression and conflict, and decided to diversify their portfolio.
It makes you wonder, are the monoliths truly benevolent, or are they just playing this long game with stakes we can't even fathom? Are they guiding us towards some ultimate destiny, or are we just guinea pigs in their cosmic experiment?
It's the kind of question that'll keep me up at night, for sure. But there's something else that really struck me about the ending. It's this sense of hope. Despite all the uncertainty and the potential dangers, humanity still chooses to act. We choose to fight for our survival and for our future.
That's the human spirit, isn't it? Even when faced with the unknown, we strive to understand, to explore, to push the boundaries of what's possible.
And that's what 3001 is all about. It's a
Yes.
call to embrace the vastness of the universe, to acknowledge our place within it, and to never stop questioning, exploring, and reaching for something greater.
Clarke's vision of the future is both inspiring and a little bit scary. He shows us the amazing potential of technology, but also reminds us how important it is to hold on to our humanity, our sense of wonder, and our capacity for empathy.
He leaves us with a powerful message.
Yeah.
The future isn't set in stone. It's shaped by the choices we make today. So it's up to us to decide what kind of future we want to create.
And that's a great note to end on. So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into Arthur C. Clarke's 3001, The Final Odyssey, a mind-bending journey through the future filled with wonder, mystery, and a whole lot of cosmic perspective.
So the next time you look up at the stars, remember the possibilities. Remember the Europe's slowly evolving on Europa. And remember, we have a responsibility to build a future worthy of humanity's potential. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep reaching for the stars.